Hello everyone, this is Monstertaming coming at you with another Kindred Fates community newsletter. This time we have the newsletter for April 7th, 2023. Getting started with the gray boxing is in its final stages for the dungeon we've been working on. Next we'll be in the modeling phase, though we won't be starting immediately since we're focused on town buildings for now. Here's a sneak peek at the gray box version of some of the rooms and dungeons. Note the lighting isn't final. Okay, so let's check this out. I've been very excited for the dungeon's going to look. Definitely going to watch this a couple times here. So, as they said, lighting and obviously props and everything are not final. I'm sure the layout is probably not going to be final either. There will probably be at least some minor changes if I had to guess. It looks interesting that there seems to be like a top balcony walkway type thing, and it looks kind of like there might be some doors up there. It's a little bit hard to tell, but there are plenty of kinfolk that I'm sure could reach that. Shovelet could use Rockwall to propel himself up there. Avion could just straight up fly up there. Slifer could bounce on up there. Skullkin could probably teleport up there. I think that looks within teleport range, and like there might even be other ways I'm just not thinking of right off the top of my head. But yeah, so it looks like there could be loot hidden up there maybe, or enemy kinfolk that are kind of camping you as you go through the dungeon. There seem to be barrels placed around. Those could be potentially placeholders for breakable items, where maybe you get some extra loot from and things like that. Obviously, they don't show us the entire dungeon, because it does look like there's more when they cut off right up here. Yeah, it looks like there's like a blank space on the wall that looks like it could potentially be a door. But yeah, it does look, it looks interesting. Modeling for houses coming on really nicely. The exterior of the first house model for this town is complete, as the ivy showed off on the Twitter last week. Now that the materials are further along, the rest of the houses should begin to process more quickly. We're starting on concept art for a handful of important human characters in the game story. We've also updated human crouching and sneaking animations. The base model for child NPCs are nearly complete. We've also started modeling several clothing assets and hairstyles for them. Concept art for Big Bandit, as well as colors for Tenderfoot and Briar Stomper, have been finalized. Next, our concept artist will be working on the action expression pages. Correction from the last newsletter, Tenderfoot was listed as null type, but it's actually an air type. We have finished models for both Little Bandit and Briarheart. Rigging is started for Bashful Strider, and still progress for Wailing Weed, who is especially complicated on the rigging side. That sounds interesting with that name and being complicated on the rigging. There are a few combat animation stuff for Puddle Hopper, and Tidewalker has joined them in the combat animation phase. One of our main focuses for concept art has been an important building for the game's story that can be in multiple stages throughout the game. We've just finished our exterior concept art and are most of the way through the interior for one of these states. Once we're finished, we'll be doing concept art for the interior and exterior in other states. We've also finished the concept art for a few major set pieces. I've been working on some new VFX that we're really excited about. Once completed, we're looking forward to sharing it in a newsletter. We've built out the terrain for the area outside of town. It was important to keep multiple level design constraints in mind when sculpting this, and we're pretty happy with the result. Added logic for your teammates to react to new types of events that occur at camp. Also added some new camp dialogue sequences, including interactions from the end of our Kickstarter trailer. Bear in mind that the exact dialogue will depend on the individual kinfolk and dialogue choices you make. We fixed the settings for our overworld map, which had a few issues after we shifted the original coordinate to be closer to the center of the map. Our new hierarchical task network AI is fully implemented. We're looking forward to some of the following benefits: streamlined editor interface, greater separation between the sensory layer, decision-making layer, and Unity mono behavior layer of the NPC AI. This makes our AI decision-making much easier to unit, test, and debug. This will help us spend less time debugging, more time polishing. Unit tests that cover a majority of the decision-making process, runtime AI editing. This allows us, the devs, to modify many parameters of the NPC AI runtime, which generally improves the iteration time compared to how previously needed to frequently hop in and out of play to make changes to the AI. streamlined workflow for creating NPC combat AI, in particular summoner teams with combos and wall swapping characters benefit the most from those changes. We're continuing to write logic for specific story missions in single player. This has been one of the more major focuses of the dev team recently, and will probably continue for at least a few more sprints. And now that we're finished setting the basis for the ability pools that we mentioned last time, we started implementing them as a relatively large change that impacts a lot of our code. So the process has been involved. The improvements to performance will make it well worth the effort. Thanks for checking in on us, and we'll be back April 21st. So yeah, this right here, this little dungeon demo it's pretty heavy. The newsletter itself doesn't go into a ton of stuff we didn't already know, just some minor updates to the engine processes and stuff like that. But the gray box demo is really cool. But yeah, this has been Monstertaming, signing off. I hope you have a wonderful day. Goodbye, God bless, and until see you next time. Bye bye.